First of all, thank you for the invitation for the meeting. This is the first time I am participating in it, and today I will be presenting for Planes Satellite and Space Technologies. My name is Mutlu Ahmetoğlu, and I am a satellite IoT product engineer. That is my title inside Planes. And as I said, I will be presenting what we do, how we do it inside Planes, especially regarding the IoT solutions. Well, Planes is an Ankara, Turkey-based company. We have been founded in 2021, July, and we are the part of this new space movement, just like Lacuna. And we are providing IoT services to our customers through LoRa technology, LRFHSS technology, and we are a member of the LoRa Alliance too. In August 2024, we have launched our first batch of commercial satellites. And so before August 2024, we had 5 different satellites for testing purposes. And since August 2024, we have commercial satellites for the use of our customers. Well, we have 3 different working areas, actually, not just IoT networks. The first one is of course, the IoT networks, the IoT satellites, and the ground devices. But there's also Earth observation with a self-explanatory name. We have we will shoot cameras into space and take pictures of the Earth, spectral pictures. And also there's the space as a solution sector, because Planes designs and develops almost everything on the satellites and the ground stations. So we have a great amount of flexibility on what we can do with these sub pieces of these technology. So we can provide this as a service or as a product too. Yes, we had the fastest satellite launch, some of the fastest, let's say, in history when the company was founded in July 2021. In just 8 months, our first testing satellite was on space. And in 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years, we have successfully launched 13 satellites into orbit. As I said, 8 of these are commercial and 5 of these are for testing purposes. Here's a timeline of just like a summary of what happened between that. We were founded in 2021, and in May 22, we launched the first satellite testing 1.1 satellite, 8 months here. And then after that, there are 4 other testing satellites. There's also the beginning of a new era inside the company for Earth observation. And also another milestone is December 2023, where we start proof of concept tests on the ground with the testing satellites we have on the space. And as of February 2024, we surpassed 100 employees. Today we are around 150. And since August 2024, as I said, we are launching batches of commercial satellites that are providing a LoRaWAN IoT connectivity. Here in the slide, we can see the test satellites we have launched. Actually, I was not a part of Planes when these satellites were launched. I'm a member of Planes for 6 months, but the sizes and the purposes of these satellites also go in line with UNISEC's proposals. So I think they should be considered. And some of these satellites, for example, 1.2 and 3.1, they have cameras on them just for testing purposes. They're not actually commercial Earth observation satellites, but they have cameras on them. And I will show some pictures about pictures they took actually. And this 1.2, for example, has a selfie cam, so it takes a picture of itself too. Let's first go over the infrastructures and capabilities of Planes. We have many activities. We are designing, producing our satellites. We are developing all the communication systems on our satellites. Ground stations, we are developing our own ground stations, but we are also leasing from other ground station companies too. We will come to that later. We are testing R&D, integration, full support. We are trying as much as possible to self-depend and self-rely on every aspect of the development and technology. We are a satellite operator in this regard because we are providing end-to-end data communication, but we will also provide data analytics with Earth observation, but also with IoT data too. We have a dashboard for our customers to see their data and see some analytics about their data. And we are also doing ground operations, of course, because operating these satellites 24/7 requires that. And what can I also say? I've talked about Connecta is our IoT satellite constellation, and Observa will be our Earth observation constellation in the future. We have control centers that are oriented around the ground stations to control the satellites and get the data stored on the satellites. As I said, our satellites work with LoRaWAN technology, LRF-HSS, and they store the data transmitted from our modems. And when they pass over the ground stations, they download the data so that it can be shown to the customer through the dashboard. And for the IoT device types, I will come to them later and talk about their details. In this slide, we can see two pictures. This is connected T1.2 testing satellite, and it has a selfie cam. As I said, it took its picture with Earth on the back. And there's also this 4K picture took from testing satellite 3.1. Yes, I said we have 13 satellites in orbit as of now in 3.5 years. And this year we are planning 2 more batches of satellites, 4 satellites each. So we will have 8 satellites more at the end of this year, if all goes well. And here, these new missions are outlined with these 8 satellites. And with the addition of these 8 satellites, our commercial satellite number will grow to 16. And the revisit time, the time where one satellite passes over a certain area and the next one passes, will drop down to around 3 hours when this happens. And we can see our ground stations here. The blue ones are planned, so they're not in action right now, but the red ones are in action as of now. And 3 of these 7 are owned by us, developed, designed, and owned by Planes, and the other ones are leased. Rented, or let's say. Let's talk about our communication services a bit more, our devices, our satellites. As I said, up until 2023, this was the preparation and POC phase. But today we are at this stage, the initial phase, with 16 satellites we will reach at the end of this year. But there's also an expansion and sustainment phase 2 that will come later. And we are aiming to reach above 100 satellites in orbit with an average revisit time around or even below 30 minutes, which will allow many other use cases to be developed with our satellites. Today, the use cases need to be delay tolerant because, as I said, the average revisit times are in the order of hours. But many IoT use cases, and all of those specified in this meeting, satisfy that criteria. So I don't think that would be a problem as of now. Yes, this is the Planes modem. This modem connects and talks to our satellites. It collects sensor information and sends the information to the Connect IoT network satellites. Our satellites are orbiting polar orbits, so we can provide connectivity everywhere on the globe as of now, and reliable and comprehensive data flow, as it says, because we are providing end-to-end solution. The data is being generated in the sensor side and it's being shown to the user at the dashboard, and everything in between are operated by Planes. And in this slide, we see different types of ground segment projects we have, or devices we have, let's say. This IoT modem and this access terminal, these two are capable of connecting to the satellites plug-in as they go. And this IoT module and antenna is actually inside them. This is the module that works under the hood and talks LoRaWAN, or more specifically LRFHSS, to our satellites. It's used by it's used by all these Planes modems and access terminals. And it can also be given as a product to an IoT developer company so that they can develop their own solution around it and talk to our satellites to reach their data in remote places. And there's also this IoT gateway. This IoT gateway is like a terrestrial device that collects data from Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, LoRa. It collects data from terrestrial devices that are not designed and operated for satellite use cases, but we may want to collect their data and send them to our satellites too. In that case, we are using this IoT gateway in between, so that we don't have to implement satellite capabilities on each end device. We have a video here about how this connection network works end to end. I will play it right now.
How does the Connecta IoT network work? IoT sensor data is transmitted via Plan-S modems, modules, or satellite access terminals. To Connecta IoT satellites operate in low Earth orbit. Ground stations are located in Turkey and various parts of the world. Data collected by Connecta IoT satellites are downloaded. Data from ground stations are sent to the Plan-S core network. The data transmitted to the Plan-S core network is parsed. The parsed data is delivered to customers through various platforms. Some of the sectors that benefit from the solutions provided by the Connecta IoT network are: all this communication is supported by a robust network.
Okay, I think the audio was, you could listen to the audio, I think. Let's move on.
Audio was fine, no problem.
Okay. Let's come to the use cases and industries. Actually, what I want to say here is that the Planes modems and all the other devices that we provide for the ground segment, they are not use case or industry specific. These devices are just LoRaWAN end devices at the end. So you can connect any form, any type of sensor or data to them and reach your data all the way around the globe. But here we have some use cases. Currently, Planes is more inclined, let's say, our first, let's say not only, but first ready solution for commercial use is our smart meter monitoring device. It is connected to electricity, water, or natural gas smart meters and collects their data to our dashboard. But as I said, these devices are these devices are actually use case agnostic. You can connect any type of data to them and reach it. They have interfaces, standardized interfaces, and with the documentation we provide to our customers, they can easily interface any type of device or project they have with our modems and work from remote places. I have a last video here of an example, let's say example smart meter modem infrastructure meeting with the Planes modem. Yes, in this video, for example, a smart meter for electricity has been placed in a remote place in a mountain in Turkey, and our guys have went there and connected the Planes modem to the smart meter, and now we are collecting the data daily from that modem on the mountain from the comfort of our office. Thank you for listening. This is the end of my presentation. End of my slides. If you have any questions.
Thank you, Mutlu.